Hello and welcome to Mint. On 12th October, Infosys, the former poster boy of Indian IT industry, is going to announce its financial results of September quarter. Of course, we all know that Indian IT companies are not at its best of its health, and I'm joined by our technology editor Leslie DeMonte to discuss further and to take it forward how it is the IT companies are going to fare in this July to September quarter. Thanks, Leslie. Could you tell us how is this once the darlings of Indian industry as well as the stock market, IT companies are going to fare in this July to September quarter?
See, TCS did reasonably well in the last quarter. In this quarter also it's expected to do well. In fact, the IT companies are expected to post a sequential growth of anywhere between 2.5 and 4%, which seems to be decent. That means they're going to show better volume growth. TCS, HCL Technologies, Infosys, surprisingly, these three companies are expected to post decent results, say in the range of 3.5 and 4. Wipro, however, is not expected to do as well. It's going to have a kind of a weak quarter. In the mid-cap segment, you have Tech Mahindra, which will post good results because the revenue from Hutchinson Global Services will start flowing in, and that will reduce its dependence on BT. Hexaware is expected to do good. So is KPIT Cummins Infosystems. So you have a decent mix as far as these companies are concerned. And what happens is, seasonally, traditionally, the second quarter, which is the July to September, this quarter is historically also a good quarter for IT companies. So the first quarter is a weak quarter. The third quarter is a weak quarter because there are more holidays. Yep. So the second quarter is where they can actually make their money, sort of second and fourth.
So you mean to say, is it because of this, strong quarter, IT companies are going to post the good results, or why I'm asking is in the context of the slowing economy in Europe and US, and even the same ripple effects in India. So do you think that is the, that slowdown impact is over?
No, see, the slowdown impact is not over, but as I earlier said, that it's the second quarter it's a seasonally strong quarter. So typically they will post better results than the first quarter. Now it's a relative, but are they going to do extremely well? Of course not, because their main markets from where they derive almost 85 to 90% of their revenues, and that's the US and the UK combined. Nothing really spectacular has happened in those markets that we can say, okay, fine, these guys are, because they get their business from those companies. So since those markets are still recovering, and it's anybody's guess when they will recover, till then IT companies are going to face the brunt. But they are gradually clawing back, and we will have to see how the discretionary spend is happening. So you will have the maintenance work that goes on, which gives them, the IT companies, their bread and butter. But then we are not too sure about how. We'll have to see the demand scenario as far as the discretionary spend, because the actual margins, IT companies get their margins from these discretionary spends, consultancy work, new kind of emerging technologies. So that's one area that we'll have to closely watch. And then, of course, there's another point which I need to make is, you see that when the rupee depreciates against the dollar, these guys benefit a lot, obviously, because they earn in dollars, spend in rupees. But now what happens, if you realize in the last, in the quarter ended September, the rupee appreciated by 5% plus. Now, for every 1% increase or appreciation in the rupee against the dollar, the margins are impacted by anywhere between 35 and 50 basis points. Now that's a huge impact. So this is something that will sort of eat into the margins of the company, despite the fact that you may have better volume growth.
Thanks, Leslie. There we are. So, we are going to get the new results, the progress report of former poster boys and the new poster boys, and we'll have to see how, the new poster boys will emerge out of the scene when they actually, announce their financial results. To get more insights, in-depth stories, go to www.livemint.com.